evening, everyone, and welcome back to Season 4's final installment of FDL Central, your hub for all things FDL related. Last week was Championship Sunday, so for those of you that missed it, well, you've come to the right place to get all caught up. But before we start to dive into this whole shenanigans of a show, we've got some people here that are going to make this show extra special. So please join me in welcoming our guests, the champions, or at least the champion captains of Season 4. So first up, we have the one and only Kimono. He was the captain of the Origin Dragons who overcame the Monkeys in the only sweep on Championship Sunday. And second, we're going to have the one and only I'm Yeti, captain of the Expert Coyotes, who, with Comus by his side, took down another number one seed in Expert League, the Hydras. Also on the table, we have from Parts Unknown. It's the one and only Laggy Puppy, and hopefully we'll be able to. I know there was some conversation talking about that we were going to have his teammate here as well, so we will have to wait and see. But they did the unthinkable as the new blood took out the old blood Hydras, Jade and Sifri, in a great Star League matchup. But last and certainly not least, we have the Colts elite captain, Moifin, and they absolutely slayed out against the Huskies last week. So how are you guys doing? Because that was quite a mouthful for me to say.
Feeling all right. It was nice. I didn't do anything. I just sat there in the back and watched a 1900 in my B plus teammate farm. But
Yeti, Laggy, Komodo, you guys doing all right?
Yeah. Feeling great.
You guys absolutely sound it, and you sound nervous as heck, but it's okay. We're going to roll through, and we're going to be A-okay, because we're going to go through these games, and in case you missed it, we'll have all the results right now. Last week was a great series of games between 7 and 11 p.m., and my God, they were all bangers. But for the results, we had the Origin Dragons sweeping the Monkeys 4-0 in a depth. The Owls able to take out the Vipers 4-2. Yeti, your team. I'm Yeti, your team. The Coyotes taking out the Hydras 4-2. In Star, the Owls taking out the Hydras 4-1. And Moifin, your boys, Soares and Emilio, struggled with the Huskies in the regular season, but they were able to get it done. Oh, I am sorry. I am being told in my ear that the Coyotes and Hydras game went to 7. I apologize. That final score was 4-3. So total apologies to you, Yeti. Apparently that game was better than I thought it was. Either way, the Colts in Elite were able to take out the Huskies 4-2. Now, since we have that out of the way, I'm a little bit in my element here because I have some questions for you guys since we had to skip post-game interviews last week. So we're going to start with Kimono. Coming into last week, there was a lot of controversy that followed your team. And I mean a lot. Now that the season is over, is there anything you want to say to the quote-unquote haters?
I can't really say anything about that. We just kind of clapped, and it was just what was expected from day one. So
was it much of a surprise that you guys were able to take out the Monkeys? Because the Monkeys did come into that one with a comeback win over the Seagulls the week before. So were you guys expecting that game to go to a full sweep?
we weren't expecting a full sweep. We expected maybe game 5 or 6. Especially because I was starting to have laptop issues with CPU and GPU fans kind of going, so I didn't know if it'd even last that long. And I was kind of in a panic because of that, but the fact that we sweep them, it kind of beat my expectations.
It certainly beat a lot of expectations for sure. But being that you are new blood to FDL, how does it feel to get a championship win in your very first season?
Oh, it's amazing, but I couldn't have done that alone. Kamikaze kind of pulled through with that during the finals, so props to him for carrying me those last 3 games.
Well, you certainly held your own, especially with the amount of talent that was in Origin this season. But what I need to know, and what I'm sure other people want to know, is what went into building your team to go on such an amazing championship run, especially in the second half of the season.
Uh, Not much. I can't really say anything. I wasn't the one that built the original roster. I was just kind of given captain after we had to do some roster changes. So, uh, the original captain kind of put together a really solid team, and I was just able to pull through and carry them all the way down.
Either way, major congratulations and props to you and the Dragons for getting a championship title under your belt. But we will move on from Origin. We got to talk to Expert. We got to talk to I'm Yeti. Yeti, you have been with us since season 2. You didn't play in season 2 though, but you came into season 3 with a fire in your heart and in your belly. Season 3 was a little bit of a struggle. I think you and I can totally agree with that.
Yeah, definitely.
But then you come into season 4, and out of the ashes of season 3, you led a team to an 8-2 record during the regular season, as well as helping lead to a title. How does it feel?
Oh man, it feels great, especially like winning a championship was one thing that I definitely hoped to do, especially like being an expert. But going into the season 4, that was not something I expected to do. Like there was no thought that I was gonna be like, yeah, I'm definitely winning the championship in expert.
Well, you guys definitely played up to expectations. But what again, the same question I just asked Kimono here. What went into you building your team? Was there something specific that needed to give you that edge?
Actually, yeah. I held quite a bit of like tryouts, maybe like 4, and after the first 2, I just started hosting private tryouts with players that I figured I could play best with, and I already had my idea set as my third player, which was Guido, because we're personal friends in real life and we always play Rocket League with each other. So I figured we'd just be great teammates, and all we needed was that second teammate that would be like play well together with both of us. And based on the tryouts I had a bunch of great players show up, like Brother, NVA, Light, Comus. Like there was just so much I could pick from. But the one thing I had selected players based on was how I played with them and how Guido played with them. And based on our tryouts, Comus was the one that like played best with both of us, and that's when I just decided Comus was our best player to sign.
Well, Comas definitely. I could tell that there was a lot of meshing going on between you and Comas. But we have to take a second and backtrack a little bit. We have just been joined by the one and only captain of the Adept Owls. We have What a Block, aka Shitty Driver, aka Godly Captures, captain of the Owls, whose team of Shay and Lewis led them to a pretty dramatic series win over the Vipers, even though it only went to 6. How are you doing today?
I'm doing pretty good, KJ. How are you?
I am absolutely fried, to be honest with you. Um, you may be a little late, but it's fine. We will still continue to maintain and move on. We are currently talking about the Expert League Coyotes. If you did not happen to catch any of the conversation, we are talking to the one and only, the man, the myth, the legend. I'm Yeti. Which leads me to my next question, Yeti. I have to ask you this, and it's going to be a little bit of a tough one for you. We're going to look forward to season 5. You're headed to Star League. What are you looking to do while there, and does it involve another championship run?
Oh yeah, most definitely is gonna be championship run. I'm just gonna try to assemble the best team I can possible and s- just try to win again. But I think Star League is from seeing certain like watching the championship game and just seeing all the players I have seen in Star from last season. It is going to be a different animal with people like Shade, Laggy Puppy, and all those higher salary players, and that it's definitely going to be a much tougher task for me to handle.
Yeah, a good chunk of the expert league is moving up to Star with you, so you might see a lot of the same names and see a lot of the same faces that and play against them. So it'll be definitely interesting for you for season 5. But we're going to backtrack a little bit and we're going to talk to the man, What a Block. This is your third season here in FDL. Season
Yes,
two,
it
you were
is.
with the Unicorns. Season 3, you started with the Rams, then moved to the Coyotes. Now this season, you captain the Owls and win your second championship. And I say this with the utmost respect, winning on the backs of Tuxedo Marks and Medler in season 2. To the people that say you were carried to 2 championships, what do you have to say to them?
You can't really carry someone to the championships because it takes a team to get even to the playoffs. And the semifinals, was it not the 2 seed lineups going head to head, Eagles and Owls?
Can confirm that was correct.
So obviously I wasn't carried with the Owls, but I can honestly say as a platinum buck with the Unicorns, Medler and Tux carried me all the way.
Well, I couldn't have said it any better myself. But that leads me to my next question for you: is that I heard through the grapevine that you were looking to make the push into expert
Yes,
for
I am.
for season 5. Will there be another captaincy, or are you just going to be, a normie player?
If someone wants me as a captain, I'll take it. But I'm quite happy being the low salary. I'm pushing up to expert. I'm less than 50 MMR away, so there's a good chance of it.
That's definitely what we like to hear. We like to see improvement from people, and you have improved immensely. But the last thing I do need to know is you had Itachi and Lewis when you started the season. Lost Itachi due to rank out. What went into picking up Shea? Was there something specific that really kind of shouted out to you that, okay, this is the guy that fits our team. This is the one that fits the mold?
Well, originally he was our reserve player. He was friends with Street, and after playing a few games, both Lewis and I agreed that he was definitely a fit for the team. So it's just a quick transition.
Well, a quick transition it definitely was. Congratulations to you guys as well on your championship, as well as you, Yeti. I definitely look forward to seeing what you guys can do in the upcoming season. That being said, we move into Star. Laggy Puppy, are you here?
Yes, I am.
You guys did. You guys were an underdog in your match against the Hydras. I mean, let's be honest here. You guys were the new blood. Didn't know if nerves were going to play an effect. How are you guys feeling after How were you guys feeling after you played such a great series?
I mean, it was exciting to beat them, but we were pretty confident going into it. Even though 2 of our losses in the regular season were to them, those were more unfortunate losses rather than us actually losing.
Well, you guys are the other team that lost to the Hydras twice. So a team that lost to a higher team twice and then came back in the championship and beat them. But I want to know, how was your first season in FDL?
It was really fun. I actually really enjoy it here. I enjoy the community, and to anybody thinking about joining, I really suggest joining.
I'm going to throw this out there real quick for anybody that would like to join the league. Please head on over to, hopefully I have this correct, FDL.gg. There will be an intent form there. Please fill that out with your Discord number and all the information you need to. Definitely head over there, play with the league, play with all of us. We all have a good time. We do have scrims almost every single day. Definitely join us because we would love to have you here. That being said, we are heading into season 5, Laggy, and going forward, are you going to try to make another title run?
Yeah, I'm gonna do whatever I can to get another title, but I don't know if we're going to be able to keep the same roster we did due to some salary cap changes.
That will remain to be seen. Congratulations again to you, Magic, and the entire Owls organization. You guys have 2 season 4 champions. which I don't know if that has been done yet. I hopefully my sideline reporter can confirm to me whether it has or not. But while I wait for that information, we move to Elite League. Moifin,
Yep.
I have some serious questions for you.
Mm-hmm.
You started in FDL in Season 3 as a starter.
Yep.
You played with the Gators in
Mhm.
Star League. Then you moved up to Elite League. Season 4 starts. You became the captain of the Colts, but you were a reserve.
Yeah.
Was there a specific reason why you wanted to be a reserve, or was it just like you found two people that were better than you and just let them do their thing?
Yeah, so I was just like looking out for people who I wanted to play with, and originally I was thinking, you know what, I'll start, and then I DM Soars, and he goes, "Yo, I've got this like B plus player," and I'm like, "All right, sounds good, get in." It just kind of happened and worked out. So
Well, it was a lot of fun seeing Soares Emilio on the pitch for sure. You, however, you
Mhm.
super subbed with the Colts. You went 3-0 in series and 9-2 in series games. How does it feel to have that championship title you just barely missed out on in season 3? Because you did make it to the championship finals last season, but just barely lost out.
yeah, you know, it would have been nice to win season 3. Doesn't feel like I actually deserved winning Elite this season. Like I said, I had two incredibly talented players. It would have been nice winning season 3, but I mean, when I subbed in, it was against a bunch of teams that were, I guarantee, great people, but I had at least a 2K on my team, and there was no shot I lose those.
I mean, I'm gonna have to. As much as I hate to say it like this, I'm gonna have to agree with you. Um, but you did play really well in those series, so you definitely made a name for yourself and really put yourself out there. But what I got to talk about is last Sunday. Were there any nerves seeing your boys go into Sunday, knowing that the Huskies had already beaten the Colts twice in the regular season?
I mean, for sure there was nerves. I don't think that I ever didn't believe. I think statistically, I thought, you know, it was a pretty good chance that they would play a long series and they might not win it, but they also have a chip on their shoulder after losing two regular season games against them. And like I said, they're both incredibly talented, and if they just figured out how to play with each other, they'd win the series without a doubt, and that they did.
They definitely played up to standards. Anything to say to Tater and Lottie Lettuce?
That's a bit of a toxic question.
Hey,
I don't know.
we ask the hard questions here. No simple little jabs. We go straight for the jugular.
Yeah, no, I think they're both pretty solid. It's just unfortunate that Tater, I think he knows that he wasn't shooting his best, and that affected the series pretty drastically. And
Yeah,
that, yeah,
yeah,
nothing much he can do.
yeah. You and I know for a fact that Soares Emilio, I'm pretty sure were not a favorite to win that one, but they played up to expectations, and they must have been listening to the stream because me and Chris with a K were on the cast for that one, and we were suggesting all these things that the Colts needed to do, and they went out and did them. It was just absolutely amazing to watch. But looking forward to season 5, are you going to be a starter, or are we going to see another reserve season from you?
Oh, no shot, I'm starting. Oh, there's 100% I'm starting. No shot, I sit back.
Are
Uh,
you going to captain?
that's a good question. I mean, I'm down to captain. I don't care, but if the opportunity arises and they're like, you don't have to captain, I'm not gonna take that spot. It's just it's not even like a leadership role. It's just kind of like you schedule games and it's responsibility, and I don't like that. So Soars just DM'd me and said, Tell him we didn't even doubt ourselves after 2 losses. We knew we were going to dub out. So
That's the kind of confidence I like to hear. Now, for all of you, I need to know. We're going to go down the list. I'm going to ask each and every one of you this question, and I'd like a super solid response. Put a little thought into it. And this one's going to start with Kimono. Kimono, what are you looking forward to in coming in the off season? There's a lot of events going on. Is there any events that you're particularly looking forward to?
I'm not even sure what kind of events. I haven't been paying attention to the schedule much. I was kind of hoping just to relax for the off season. So
What a block!
Honestly, I'm in the same boat as Kimono. I'm playing in so many leagues now. That's why my MMR is literally sitting still, and I haven't really paid much attention to the announcements Chris has been making.
Yeti, by chance, have you paid attention to any of the announcements?
Oh yeah, I am now the GM of the Unicorn, so I have been on track with all the plans for FDL.
Well, is there anything that you are specifically looking forward to in the off season between season 4 and season 5?
Yeah, definitely just participating in the mixers to get an idea of like potential players I'm interested in for Star League, and then whatever Frontier Esports is gonna be.
Laggy, how about you?
Well, I don't exactly know which events are coming up, but I'm going to do my best to participate in as many as I can. I
Moifin?
really enjoy those.
yeah, I'm kind of in the same boat as Leggy. I don't know what's coming up, but I'll play. Make what I
Play,
can.
playing just to play. I like it. And now, whoever wants to take this question first, is there anything that you are looking forward to for season 5? So once season 5 starts, which is confirmed to be sometime in March, is there anything specific that you guys are looking forward to or hoping to be able to bring to the table for everybody else?
Going back to back.
It's a really
Yeah.
good answer.
I'm pretty much in the same boat. That's why I said if the Owls won, I'm coming back.
Well, come back you did. But that being said, are you guys continuing to try to get into the next league? So like obviously what a block you were trying to get into expert league. Kimono, you have just moved up to adept, Yeti into star, Laggy still in star, Moifin still in elite. Obviously there's no leagues above elite league. Is that something that you guys were looking forward to during the season, or was it something that just kind of happened?
Well, for me, it was Lewis. He was running comp with me quite frequently. We have no problems in Champ 2, Champ 3, and he ranked out without me, which I'm kind of upset about, so I got to push up now.
I haven't really been in much of a rush to rank out of Star League because I know as soon as I do that, I'm going to be the worst there, and that's just not a good feeling.
Well, that's not entirely possible because Moifin's still there, but it's okay.
Hey, come on now.
I have to throw shade at you. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I do suck. It's okay.
Gives me hope.
Couldn't even secure a season 3 championship. Just trolled.
Feels bad, man, doesn't it?
Yep.
Kimono, I haven't heard much from you. I'd like to hear your thoughts on this one. If he's here.
there we go. Now I'm here. Ranking out. That just kind of happened. I just played ranked a lot. I think this season I had like over 500, maybe more, just by playing. So it just kind of happened naturally. But I don't know. I don't know how I feel about going into adept. I don't feel like I have the mechanics to even keep up. So
Based off of your league play as well as the championship, run that you went on, you should definitely have at least some sort of confidence going into a depth league. But what I do want to know and what I do need to hear from each and every one of you is one specific player that you would give a regular season MVP to. So, Kimono, who would you give it to?
Regular season, like not championship and all that.
Yep, just regular season.
I think I give it to Squashy. His mechanics were on point. When I versed him, he absolutely clowned me in our match. So props to him for literally basically 3-0ing us.
What a block.
Honestly, if I were to give it to someone, it's going right to you, KJ.
Oh, you're going to make me blush.
Every time that I play with and against you, you're always one of the best ones that I see.
Well, I definitely appreciate that, but it is undeserved. Because, like you said, it takes a mountain to make a people. Yeti, how about you? Now remember, you got to think about expert league, not star.
Yeah. And this is difficult because there's so many players that are so good and expert. I'm honestly without any biasy, I'm gonna have to go with Comus. Comus was just.
I feel like there's a little bit of bias there, but that's just me. I don't want you yelling at me now.
Listen, I will say that when you asked this question at first, I had two names in mind, which were Rizm and Kaysen. Rizm won because he won. I think he won what 2 or 3 awards, and then was close to winning another. Like he was like one. He was one number off from winning another award, but he held a lot of awards in expert. And then Kaysen was just. I don't think he lost that many series or games at all, but he was just really good from the one time we played him, and statistically wise on the Hydras, he was very good. But for me, Comus was the MVP just because he was there for when me and Guido weren't performing well, and he also had the series record to hold it. I think we lost one series with him, which was our week 1, and so he was really productive and able to get the job done.
I like it. How about you, Leggy? Who would if you had the choice of picking one person in Star League to be the MVP, who would it be?
I'm actually gonna have to go with my teammate Magic. Part of the reason being like everybody here seems like very mechanical, and he's not as mechanical, but he's very smart. And in the couple of weeks that I had to play keyboard and mouse because my controller was broken, I don't think we ever got swept, and I have him to thank for that.
That is an impressive feat in and of itself. Because I've tried keyboard and playing Rocket League keyboard and mouse, and I can't do it. So anybody that can do it has props from me. But Moifin, how about you for Elite League? Who would you have to give it to?
You know, I'm just gonna give it to Soares because some of the clips that he hits are insane. It really is just crazy. Man goes hard. It's disgusting.
Well, I do like the MVP choices, but for that, I definitely look forward to watching you guys play in season 5. I will not be playing, and this is kind of where the show takes kind of a little bit of a depressing turn, because that is going to do it here for us on FDL Central. But just to let everybody know, this will be my last FDL Central. I am fully retired. I am retired from playing in League for the time being due to some personal stuff that's going on. But I do have to say thank you to all of my guests that I have had over the past couple weeks, including today. I have had an absolute pleasure talking to you guys. You guys are always absolutely incredible. So thank you to you guys. But a huge shout out we have to give to Mr. Robot Man and for everything that he has done. 1, for FDL, and 2, for this show. But season 4 may have been wrapped up, and we wrapped it up and tied it with a nice little bow. But that's not all the fun we have for tonight. We have, starting at 7 o'clock, we have an all-star game, starting with Origin League. moving to Adept, and we're going to move through all of the leagues. Trust me, you're not going to want to miss it. Make sure you hit up FDL.gg, sign the intent form, and definitely come play with us. We have a lot of fun here. Hope to see you guys soon.
Wait.
You guys, what? Who's saying wait?
Are the All-Star events happening tonight?
Yes, they are.
I was told by Toucan that the expert one is tomorrow at 6:30.
Okay, so then expert is tomorrow. So we have we at least have Origin and Adept tonight. I should know because apparently I'm playing in the Adept one. So I will see you guys then. But that being said, thank you guys for coming out and tuning into this week's edition of FDL Central. We hope to see you guys in season 5. Thank you guys so much for everything, and I thank you to my guests. You guys have a great night.